What up, what up? Welcome to the Bob Bomber Show. We back with another one. And we about to do Comrade Kamala. See what she's talking about. Harris' first solo interview on major news network bombed. So we about to see what Comrade Kamala's talking about and see how dumb she sounds. So let's get into it. Thanks for watching.
Kamala's first solo interview on a major news network bombed. Harris came in 13th place on MSNBC. More people watched the WNBA than Kamala Harris.
Sheesh, Kate and Clark.
Because we know what to expect, which is nothing. Kamala Harris isn't going to say anything for the rest of her life. Even if she wanted to, she's not allowed to. If you're looking for a vision, a plan, an explanation about her past, or even how she's going to accomplish what she...
Is she black? Is she Indian? Is she white? Is she Mexican? I don't know. And I don't think so.
wants to do. The only one who has the answer is Barack Obama. Maybe you'll run into him in Hawaii, the place where he was born.
Huh.
2 days in a row, the New York Times agrees with Jesse Watters Primetime. Quote, basic and predictable questions with roundabout responses that did not provide a substantive answer. Elicited few details. A hard-hitting Harris interview is still yet to come. Even CNN says Kamala Harris's interviews are biased, boring, and predictable.
Worse than Joe Biden.
Interview tonight, which was really a home game. I mean, going on with this particular interviewer was like effectively interviewing with her campaign's press secretary.
Trump has history of taking care of very rich people. Y'all gotta remember, Trump is rich, man. He wasn't a politician his whole life. He was a businessman. Trump is a businessman. He's not a politician until he was the president.
She had nothing,
Don't forget now.
Nothing new to say on the economy.
But he takes care of the middle class too.
Talk about aspirations and dreams. They're crushed in this country.
He wants everybody to get papered.
These kinds of interviews and the day that she had today are not going to solve it.
She spent 5 days off the campaign trail preparing for this interview. And this is what she gave us.
We have ambition. We have aspirations. We have dreams.
A chance to pursue their dreams.
I can't stand this chick, man. She's just, something about her, man. It makes me want to cringe, bite my toe off.
And aspirations.
We can do more to invest in the aspirations, the ambitions, and the
Close the border,
We're
then.
going to invest in the aspirations and the ambitions and the dreams of the American people.
These are just buzzwords Obama's people tell her to say because she doesn't have a grasp of the issues and she can't be honest about her agenda because it's too radical to be...
Because they don't have an agenda. She's been there 4 years. Look what they've done. Done ruined the United States of America. Hello.
...electable. So the media has moved on to a new phase. Phase 1 was joy because she's not Joe Biden. Phase 2 was she's hiding from us, but that's okay. She'll eventually come around. Phase 3 was she had a great debate, but we still didn't learn anything.
Right. Same shit.
Phase 4, after a couple of interviews where she struggles to connect the dots, it's not her fault she doesn't answer questions.
One could watch that and say, well, she didn't give a clear, direct answer. That's okay, because we are not talking about clear or direct issues.
That doesn't make sense to me.
It need to be clear because the issues aren't clear. What's unclear about the issue?
If Donald Trump said that, everybody in America would go crazy.
They've lowered the bar so much that Kamala not talking about the issues isn't her fault, it's the issue's fault. She was asked about making housing more affordable. Pretty clear issue for people who can't afford a house.
Right.
How clear was she here? Listen.
Some of the work is going to be through what we do in terms of giving benefits and assistance to state and local governments around transit dollars and looking holistically at the connection between that and housing and looking holistically at the incentives we in the federal government can create for local and state governments to actually engage in planning in a holistic manner.
Holistically. I'm not too sure what this is real quick, so... Because she said that about 8 times, and it just sounds good when you say it, but I don't really know what it means, so let's Google it real quick. Holistically meaning. In a way that is characterized by composition of parts of something as intimately interconnected or explicable. So she's just basically saying the same thing over and over and over, that it's worth it. We're going to do it. You know, so that's all that means. Is like, it sounds hilarious. Holistically, she should change holistically with hilarious.
That includes prioritizing affordable housing.
But yet, come on, man.
A yoga studio, and everyone gets 25 grand to buy one.
Right.
That's going to cost $3 trillion. She said everyone
Holistically.
who wants to start a small business gets a $50,000 tax credit. All right. So I'm going to sell pickleball paddles on jessewatters.com, and I can write off 50 grand. Johnny can sell fortune cookies on eBay and deduct 50 G's. Just like that. Kamala says inflation's a crisis, but it's Trump's fault. Then she says the
Nah.
broken, and it's also Trump's fault.
She was a border czar. She was in control.
What would a Harris administration do for those communities who've taken in many, many legal immigrants but are at capacity?
Well, first of all, we do have a broken immigration system.
Holistically.
It needs to be fixed. And if we
And
take
it's
a
your
step
fault.
back, months ago, some of the most conservative members of the United States Congress came together with others, proposed a border security bill. Donald Trump got word of the bill.
You don't need a bill. It was already there. Trump had it. You guys took it out.
Realized it was going to fix a problem he wanted to run on, and told them to kill the bill. And my pledge is that when elected president, if the American people will have me, I will bring that bill back and I will sign it into law. And we need a comprehensive plan that includes what we need to do to fortify not only our border, but deal with the fact that we also need to create pathways for people to earn citizenship.
Kamala Harris let 20 million migrants into the country.
Kamala's open
spent
border.
3 years lying that the border was secure.
Right.
Then blames Trump for not fixing it and says she's going to give everybody citizenship. How are you going to fix the border? And her answer is sign a bill that didn't fix the border and can't pass. Oh, and then mass amnesty? Everybody we let in gets to stay and vote, she says. Biden and Harris are...
That's why they're doing it. They're going to give all these immigrants the citizenship in America, right? Just so they can vote for Kamala, Comrade Kamala, Camel Toe. That way Trump don't win. That's all it is, man. That's all it is.
Are already doing it. Look at this. With an election looming, the U.S. is approving citizenship applications
See?
at the fastest speed in years.
Yeah. Come on, man. This looks like Iraq right here. Eh.
Kamala's interview yesterday was so bad, Mark Cuban was sent out by the campaign to clean it up.
I don't think you can have an open southern border.
No, I agree. And she agrees, too. She said the exact same thing.
You had a chance.
Yeah, but, Joe, you know there's a lot of COOs that when the CEO leaves for whatever reason, come in, take over, and have completely different policies and approaches, right? That's just the way it works. When you're second in command, you do what your boss tells you.
Excuses.
He delegates authority to
Come on, Mark.
It was supposed to be her.
Yeah, but it's still the same thing.
She's a border czar. She's in control.
Biden
She
wanted
is
to
the
open
boss.
border. Kamala was just following orders. She's just so loyal. But now, she's an independent woman. And for the first time, she'll be going to the border tomorrow, right before the election. I'm sure it has nothing to do with the election. Trump says, not so fast.
For nearly 4 years,
That guy.
we've been living through the worst border crisis in the history of the world. There's never been anything like it, which has brought untold suffering, misery, and death upon our land. The architect of this destruction is Kamala Harris. 325,000 children. Think of that. 3.5 years. She lost 325,000 children. Kamala Harris intends to stand before the American people tomorrow and lie. She's going to lie just like she did about her job at McDonald's, just like she did about the 818,000 jobs that they created that were fake jobs. They didn't exist. It's a...
Donald Trump stands on business. He doesn't play, and he just lets it. He fires. Hey, Donald Trump's a real gangster, for real.
fraud. And tomorrow she'll make a case that, oh, she did a fairly good job. You can't say much. You can't justify it. She should save her airfare. She should go back to the White House and tell the president to close the border.
Trump's been boxing her in all week like this. Before her economic speech,
These are funny over here on the
where
left.
have you been, Kamala Harris? Before Kamala goes to the border, Trump comes out and asks, so what took you so long? Fix it now. How can you trust a woman?
Yeah, fix it now. She's in there right now. She could do something right now. Two-faced Harris.
Break into her house, she's going to shoot you like Dirty Harry. But in 2007, when she was San Francisco DA, she sponsored a bill to confiscate every handgun in the city.
Right.
Residents would have 4 months to surrender their firearms. And then Kamala and the government would come and take them. It was such a radical gun grab that even the gun control lobby was skittish. She bragged about going into Americans' homes for their guns.
Just because you legally possess a gun in the sanctity of your locked home doesn't mean that we're not going to walk into that home and check to see if you're being responsible.
This is a woman who wants to
That's crazy, man. Got the right to bear arms.
seize your handguns by force, while she lets violent migrants into the country who are going to be
Yeah.
when she gives them amnesty.
Murderers, everything.
You'll be given $25,000 checks to buy homes in your neighborhood.
Yeah, and I can't even buy a bag of chips.
Changes on their way in.
She wants to give sex change operations to people in detention that came in illegally and are classified as illegal migrants. If they want a sex change operation, she said, that's okay, we'll do that.
The migrants come in, we give them 25, $100 to go get a house or whatnot, and they get the sex changes. That's coming out of us Americans. We paid for all that out of their taxes. Huh?
This is a radically dark vision for the United States. She is the most committed leftist a major party has ever nominated in the history of this country. And what's even more dangerous is she's just so casual about it. Private health care, just get rid of it. American oil, ban it.
Right.
Free speech, shouldn't be allowed to say that. Your 401k went up, we're going to take some of that. Your gun, give it to me. Girls' locker room, sorry, not anymore. Schools during COVID, shut them down. Prisoners, let them out. Prostitution, legalize it. Heroin, decriminalize it. That's how she talks. The ignorant breeziness with which she just rips your rights away is pretty scary. This lady with power, she'll be out of control. There'll be no checks on her. Someone whispers something to her ear, fine, do it. No thought at all. Harris is having a bad day, watch out. Kamala Harris is like a child. She hasn't put a single thought into anything, and she does whatever it takes to get a cookie. She doesn't share, she tattles, and on top of that, she's mean. And she's not allowed to sit at the grown-up table, no way, because she can't behave. She's coddled, spoiled, and she's sheltered from real life. She's like a child actress. Feed her the lines and cash the check. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube.
Well, thanks for watching Ball Bomber Show. Let me know who you voted for in the comments below. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, all of that. Thanks for watching. We out. Peace.